Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. Barella. So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
I guess that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
He can run onto that. Pavard.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Substitution for Inter, number 10, Colomboani. Coming on to replace him is...
And it's
number
Ribéry.
5, Takani.
That's a good ball out wide. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Zaccagni. Ribéry. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking here to chip it through. Can he latch on to this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Thiaw is there to clear. Barella. Zaccagni. Zaccagni. That's a decent clearance. It's a lovely, neat pass. It's a really well-measured ball. Pulisic.
Inter clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Thuram. He could be in. Thuram! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! He's got himself an absolute peach. And Inter go in front. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, I just thought he made great use of his upper body there. It would have taken something really special to keep that out.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fast.
There will be one more added time.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time, because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
But it is a game with plenty at stake, and that does show. Highly competitive, combative, confrontational. It is what you would expect from a game of this magnitude. And the game has already resumed here.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Thuram! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And it's Ribery. He is through here. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Well, that's cause for mild irritation. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Ribery. Wriggles his way through. He's picked his way through. Bastoni clears it away.
The attendance for this match
Evair.
was 80,314.
Çalhanoğlu. Zaccagni. Costa Curta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Ribery. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, and he's through the middle. Sommer catches it safely. Pavard. Now it's Barella. That's a throw.
Substitution for Inter, number 23, Barella. Coming on the field is
Ketelara.
number 17.
Could have been
De
dangerous,
Ketelara.
but it came to nothing. Costa Curta getting this one clear. McKennie.
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
Reinders. He steps in, and that's the end of that. No way through there. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. De Ketelara. McKennie.
2 added minutes has been
2
indicated.
minutes to be added on. And it's Ribery. Milan finding their passes. Oh, good read. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant.
Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Rafael Leao. Ribery. Pulisic. Fofana. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh no, this does not look good.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, he's found him in space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Reinders. Evair. Now it's Martinez. Pinches it off him. And he's quick to snatch it back. Ribery. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
De Ketelada. And here's Lautaro Martinez. And he's intervened well there. And he's got the beating of his man. Oh, the movement is slick. The Fofana! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
De Ketelada. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat.
And Martinez! Oh, screamer! A finish right from the top draw. And Milan have the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
And the finish! And yes, it's there! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Acerbi is there to clear.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Martinez. Martinez. No way through there. And the half-time whistle goes. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the regional police department.
And we're underway again.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
He's in plenty of space here. He has found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. De Ketelara. He's had it taken off him. And he can clear it away. Evair. Martinez. It's Fofana. Milan have reclaimed it. Reinders with a definite foul there.
Substitution for Milan. Number 10, Rafael Leao. Coming on the field is number 79.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Some resolute defending there. Anguissa. Evair. Pulisic. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ribery. Milan looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
And the shot! There's a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again!
The goal scorer.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Number 7, Ribery.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Lautaro Martinez. Number 99.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Coming on the field, number 8, Radio. Number 11, number 6, number 22, Reinders.
Now it's Ribery. He can run onto that. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. He can get that clear. Costa Curta. And it's Rabiot. Milan looking to pass their way through.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
There will be 3 minutes at
Well,
a
he was
time.
clearly disappointed with that pass.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Pulisic could try cutting inside here. And that is as far as it goes. Milan were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways. But in the end, they fell just short. Effort unrewarded. Spain can dream again. The stands here
Hello,
definitely a
everybody,
place
and
for
welcome
the
to
hopeful,
today's match.
and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And we're underway. Messi in acres of space out wide. It's a mighty effort! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. De Bruyne. Now it's Eto'o. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made. And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
So it's going to be another corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Keeper has taken decisive action. Spain have the chance to go the other way. De Bruyne. Spain leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Looking for options for movement. Oh, important interception. That's going to go a long way. That's an... Oh, he's been caught napping. And he's gone looking for safety. David Villa. Bastoni cuts out the pass. And it's Eto'o. And that interception was most... Oh, what a mistake! He is through here! Shot a goal! It's in! Two to the good! They have breathing space! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, and I think we may have had too many defenders ball watching then because they just lost sight of the real danger.
Spain are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
He's shifting through the gears here. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Cleared without complication. Back in possession and ready to go again. Now it's Eto'o. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for the run. Politano.
3 minutes added time.
And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Aim forwards. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
Outside this stadium.
Spain in control at half-time, 2-0. And the action is back underway. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
He's picked his way through, and he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's another good win of the ball. Upamecano can get it clear. Now it's Messi.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Picked out brilliantly. And Messi! It's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Yeah, and it's not a surprise to see him elect to shoot from there, considering how much movement can be generated on the ball. Great hit.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Scoring early in this half just takes the pressure off now and allows them a chance to be a bit more patient in trying to level things up.
Bastoni with the clearance. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that was very necessary. And he's straight offside. Conte. Adams. He won't be happy with that one. Fernando Torres. He has found a way through.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
De Bruyne. He's got the shot away! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he thumps it clear. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts.
Oh, this team is relentless. They have a way of playing, and there's no compromise.
Mbappe. Mbappe! So close to drawing level.
Yeah, he was just a little too eager to get his chance away there, and it could have level matters.
And it's De Bruyne.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Throw in. And here's Eto'o.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's had it! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Spain.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion. It adds to a massive sense of occasion. And that gets things running. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's Fernando Torres. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And they're quick to get it back. Eto'o. Pedri. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's De Bruyne.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Messi. And here's Eto'o. He's had it taken off him. Kimmich. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. David Villa. Eto'o. Pedri. Neymar. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Traoré. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zaire Emery conjures time and space where few can. Pedri. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Zaire Emery. Bastoni. And it's Neymar. De Bruyne. Pedri.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Van der Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. Pedri gets a foot in here. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And we are already promptly back underway. So the first half brought no goals. That is good alertness. And he thumps it clear. Zaire Emery. Good read, needed to be. Roberto Carlos. He's tried one! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Hakimi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pedri. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Messi. Eto'o. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Substitutions taking place.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short, and that's been drilled in. And the pass is intercepted. Conte. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Looking for options for movement. Eto'o, he's shifting through the gears here.
Spain showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Taken back almost at once. David Villa. And that could set him on his way. Pedri.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Havertz. Oh, important interception. Corner it is. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. They've played it short.
2 added minutes has
Ball
been
is bounced
indicated.
loose now. He'll try from distance. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this
Hello,
lot.
everybody,
Without a
and
doubt,
welcome
it is
to
the week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A
Against
sporting event
Barcelona.
which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van der Ven deals with that comfortably. And he thumps it clear. Kaká. The ball has bounced loose now.
Tony Adams is the standout player, Peter.
He does stand out, Jim, of course, but specifically how?
Because he's a colossal presence who seems to thrive the tougher the job gets. His level of commitment is an inspiration for everyone to follow.
Closest thing to a manager on the pitch.
Can't argue with that.
Oh, not quite. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. David Villa.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
David Villa. He's cut it out. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Almost half an hour in now. Messi. And he's managed to get rid. And they're quick to get it back. He's played him through. Kaká! Goal! Barcelona!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Eto'o, big chance! Plenty to enjoy about the build-up there, not so much the finish.
The one- and two-touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Tchouaméni.
Spain certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
That is a great pick out. Oh, good. David Villa! Goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Conte.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tchouaméni. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Yeah, chins have dropped, heads are down, and half-time couldn't have come at a better time.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Kaká. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, what a ball! It's Eto'o! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
DiMarco. Good read, needed to be. And he's gone looking for safety. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pass is just off target. Tchouaméni. Messi. Now it's De Bruyne. Eto'o. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Can he finish? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Played back in, and here's Eto'o. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Spain seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
And he cuts out the supply. That's a little off target. He's a sharp little ball. Great chance! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Substitutions taking place.
Spain with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Bastoni calmly anticipates. Good-looking ball. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Added time.
Roberto Carlos is fouled. Bastoni. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He is through here. Kaká. Great, but he's got the shot away! And that is the last effort of the game. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better... Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. So that's got things underway. Another episode of this age-old tale, uncompromising conflict. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title. They finally managed it, and it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil. In Brazil. Okay, it wasn't exactly a classic match by any means, but still, they did it.
It's the significance of it, of course. If there was ever any doubt as to this man's commitment to the cause, that game went along. Oh, what has happened here? And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Eto'o. And it's Eto'o. Belletti. That is good alertness. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Messi, he's through, now is he in? Oh, important interception. That's really well cleared. David Villa. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Out to the left it goes. Nicely aimed pass. Pass is just off target.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
He's got to have a go at this, and it looks straightforward.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Roberto Carlos! And we have our very first corner. And now they can clear their lines. Spain are looking to go forward now. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Van der Ven makes the interception. And it's Eto'o.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Eto'o. And that's an errant pass. Belletti. Either side giving way, it has been tight. Eto'o is onto this. Roberto Carlos. Showing great feet there. It's run loose here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
Well, it's been an enthralling game so far, this meeting of regular rivals. High intensity, high in passion. Tough game for the officials to this point, but that is unlikely to change. Spain head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So the first half brought no goals. Adams calmly anticipates. Adams is there to clear. They're back in possession and ready to go again. David Villa.
France have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Not the most accurate pass. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
France clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's De Bruyne. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Oh, that's such a good run. More of that, please.
France have got it back and they'll have another go. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's... Oh, terrible pass. McAllister. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's got plenty of space out wide here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Looking for the run. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Bayer will lay claim to that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it, and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome to
really get
today's
the
match.
juices flowing. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. So off we go then. Played into space out wide. Costa Curta spots it and intercepts.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become... Hits one!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
It's a sharp pass. Costa Curta. It's a really well-measured ball. Back into the middle. Conte. Now it's De Bruyne. Oh, easy pickings there. He's a sharp little ball here. David Villa. Here's Tchouaméni.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now it's Haaland. That pass isn't the best. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Haaland! And for a moment, time stood still.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Looking for options for movement. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Valverde. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And he's quick to get it clear again. He's having a go! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Endrick is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now it's Messi. It's a mighty effort! Just off target.
Well, I can tell you that the aluminium is still shaking after that. And we're talking fractions. That was a great try.
Valverde. Very nearly half an hour gone here. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, what a mistake! He's had a shot! Messi. Tchouaméni. Nicked it back promptly. Can he finish? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a nicely measured pass. Valverde. Rice. Still waiting for the first breakthrough. Had a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Lesson really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This is their second corner of the game. Up for a header! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Valverde. Pass is just off target.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Goes in for the header! That's a half-decent try. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He could... Valverde! It's there!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, whatever the manager said in that dressing room at half-time, it's worth the treat.
Fiddles it through, neatly clipped into space. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Endrick is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
He's gone forward.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ball is over the line.
The attendance for this match
that's a key interception.
987.
Speculative strike. He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Costa Curta. And it's De Bruyne. The message is clear. None shall pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
That's it! He will be livid with himself. Costa Curta.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Van de Ven. Bastoni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That has been cut short. Conte. Now this could be a chance. David Villa.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he welcomes it in. Pau Kubasi gets good distance on it. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Eto'o.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And it's Eto'o! And he hits the net! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. That has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, with the momentum that goal gives them now, they may well push for a winner before the 90 minutes is up. Players don't like extra time, believe me.
Well, there's a probing ball. And it's Roberto Carlos. David Villa. Look at the... Eto'o! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
And claimed it back swiftly.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Stood up well to him there. Spain can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Goalkeeper's ball. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Substitution on the field. Number 16, Endrick. Number 11,
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra
Coming on
time.
the field, number 15.
Spain displayed great character to force extra time from what looked a pretty ominous situation. The question now is, can they go on to win it? It is doable. That's a little off target. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. He's found the way through. And that should get the job done. And Messi! And somehow he managed to miss it. Messi. Cantona. Oh, that is a good... Haaland! Oh, should have put that away. Haaland. Rice. Now Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, look at the space here. And that has been clubbed away. But they've got it again. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
To tell you that we're expecting traffic to be
Yeah,
heavy.
it is
after
coming
the final
down to those
whistle
last
today.
15 minutes. A truly attritional affair that has reduced both teams to near standstill. The saying goes that it only takes a moment to make a difference in this game, but you have to pose the question, is there enough left in the collective tank of either team? And we are already back underway. Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? Messi, great hit! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Bastoni calmly anticipates. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And he was quick to react. Bastoni getting this one clear. Mbappe. Cantona. And reclaimed it in a trice.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. De Jong is in a really good position out wide. Cleared without hesitation. The final whistle and confirmation, we are headed for penalties.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
Now, we would like to ask you all to
now the time for brave hearts and strong minds. Haaland is first to take the long walk. And he does it with poise.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver.
Haaland is the next to run the gauntlet. No! Denied remarkably!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
This to double their advantage. And the lead is 2. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
This to put them 2 up. And he's put them 2 in front. Spain can't afford to miss another one. Perfect penalty.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
This to double their advantage. Great stop! And the keeper punches the air.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Roberto Carlos is the 4th man to step up. Belted right down the middle. It's 3 apiece. Rice with the last of the first 5 penalties. Top corner, brilliant penalty.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked his spot, and didn't change.
He must, but can he? It's in, he's kept them in it.
I thought he handled the pressure really well there. His focus cut right through it.
A huge pressure penalty, reserved only for the bravest of men. And the keeper's come up trumps.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Fingernails disappearing fast all around us. It is down to him now. That's won it! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end.
Well, it's been such a long match, and the penalty shootout is always a difficult way to end the game. But I thought they did really well to hold their nerve and come through.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of
Hello,
a match that
everybody,
will
and
really get
welcome
the
to
juices
today's
flowing.
match.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper-keeper behind that defence, mopping up loose balls before picking a pass and get his team on the front foot again.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. And here's Messi. And it's Eto'o. Haaland stood up well to him there. Eto'o. Oh, well played, well played. Haaland. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Bastoni gets across to intercept that. And here's Haaland. Haaland! And he can clear it away. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Tchouaméni. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now that's well seen too. David Villa.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Big chance, corner. Spain with the corner, there first. Roberto Carlos goes short. Messi with the clearance. Oh, good ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that has not gone well. Spain still without a single shot on target. Eto'o showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's intervened well there. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, perfectly measured that. Valverde. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing...
It's Eto'o!